Raider Nation, what is up? I'm coming to you tonight on a little different topic. I guess I've kind of had some frustration building up in me. Ever since the season ended, obviously, the brightest part of our football team last year was our great core of rookies. Our rookie class was phenomenal, pretty much top to bottom, all the way down to our undrafted free agents. So I keep seeing now, after the season's over, these post-season rookie class rankings, whether they're top 5, top 10, full 1 to 32, I never see the Raiders near the top. Maybe I'm missing them. Maybe I only pay attention to the negative stuff, unfortunately. But I keep seeing our Raiders rookies, Maxx Crosby, Josh Jacobs, all getting snubbed. So, obviously, you know where this video is going to go. I'm going to explain to you why the then Oakland Raiders rookie class, the new Las Vegas Raiders 2019 rookie class, why they should be pretty much the best rookie class in the league. But before that, I want to tell you guys about this place, this phenomenal place, Stage Door Casino, located in Las Vegas. So whether you are just planning a trip there for a weekend, whether you plan there going for the games, or even just for the draft, any game that I go to, and when I go to the draft, this is the place that I'm going to be at. Stage Door Casino is going to be the new Raider bar. Going to absolutely love it. Going to be packed out in the silver and black. They embrace the old-fashioned Raider way. It's not going to be like those big-name casinos where you go in there and you're not going to be able to wear your costumes. You're not going to be able to get loud. You're not going to be able to be the fan that you want to be. This is the place where you can be the Raider fan that you want to be. So make sure you check them out. But let's get into this video. So, like I was saying, I'm here to tell you about all the bullcrap that I'm reading throughout the websites. I got PFF, I got NFL, I got ESPN, I got Yahoo, all different references. I'll even show you here. PFF has them outside the top 5 whenever they did their top 5 rookie class rankings. They even had them behind a team like the Saints. And you see there, I mean, they could only really reference 2 good draft picks out of their entire draft class. The Saints made the top 5, the Raiders didn't. PFF created a 32-team, a full 32-team list of best rookie classes. They had the Raiders at 17th. 17th best rookie class. Are you kidding me? Then, here's another one. NFL.com had us ranked at 7th best, right? I mean, shoot, they even broke down some of the amount of starts. Raiders had like 70 total starts throughout their rookie class, ranking way up there near the top, finishing, I mean, really well above all the other rookie classes in scrimmage yards, touchdowns, snaps. Their production, their contribution was absolutely huge. And here's another one, Yahoo Sports. They created a top 32 rookies list. They had, and this is rookies. This isn't the actual draft class. This is just top 32 rookies. They had Josh Jacobs at 7th, which is completely absurd, okay? Maxx Crosby didn't even make the list. How does Maxx Crosby, the runner-up to the Defensive Player of the Year, not even make the list of top 32 rookies of the 2019 draft class, right? ESPN, everywhere, right? During the season, all we saw was praise for these rookies. All we saw was praise for what Mike Mayock did to this team, to this group that he brought in to play with us. But now here we are, after the season, our Raiders are getting snubbed. So, you know what? I mean, let's get into it by breaking down the first rookie, Clelin Ferrell. This was our first pick, obviously, the 4th overall pick. And look, even though Clelin didn't quite produce exactly how a lot of us expected as a top 5 pick, I mean, really, he was still a top 10 defensive end. I still think he was a first-round talent at the end of the day if we did a redraft. He's still getting picked in the first round. And that's not the point of Clelin Ferrell, though. You can look at his rookie season and maybe, okay, maybe he wasn't worth a top 5 pick if he just played his rookie season. If we drafted these guys to just play one NFL season, maybe Clelin Ferrell wasn't a top 5 pick. But we already seen him at the end of the season say that he's going to come back like a totally different player. So if that's going to be the case, and Clelin's going to put the work in that he thinks he needs, he's going to make the adjustments that his coaches are telling him, then Clelin Ferrell could very well be worth that top 5 pick. But going down the list to Josh Jacobs, the 24th overall pick, the best rookie running back by far. There are people who said taking a running back that high, including me. I mean, I didn't think that there is a running back that worth it in this draft, like an Ezekiel Elliott, like a Saquon Barkley. I wasn't sure if Josh Jacobs was a first-round talent or not. Proved me wrong, and should have proved everybody else wrong, obviously. That's all everybody said, is that running backs do not have that value. Running backs do not have that value. Well, Josh Jacobs sure flipped around our running game, right? I mean, the offensive line did work, but, I mean, he did some work too. It's the avoided tackles leading the league in avoided rushing tackles. Absolutely nuts. How do you do that? First Raiders running back of all time to surpass 1,000 yards, and got snubbed for Offensive Rookie of the Year. We saw what he did to our offense, missing those last 2 games, must-win games. Definitely put a damper on our offense. Yeah, DeAndre Washington, Jalen Richard came in and filled in nice, but having Josh Jacobs back there is just lethal for our offensive game plan. So we missed him big time. Definitely got snubbed for Offensive Rookie of the Year, but still, moving down the list, Jonathan Abram. We barely got a taste of Jonathan Abram, but we saw that he's pretty much exactly as advertised throughout all of Hard Knocks. He wanted to be a hard hitter. He wanted to be that tone setter. Well, he came out against Denver, and he was that. Unfortunately, that's what got him injured. I think he's learned a lot since then. I think he's going to be able to be that same player, but be able to pull back just a little bit, not quite sacrifice his body as much, or, just wait. Let your body break in a little bit to the NFL. Young fella, I know he wants to go out there and make an impact, but he's got to take it easy. One tidbit actually about Jonathan Abram, which is kind of funny to me. He was called on to rush the passer 3 times in that one game against Denver, and he came in with 2 quarterback pressures and actually 2 quarterback hurries. They tallied him as 2. So he got his name called on. He did his job. Obviously going to be very versatile, and I look forward to what he brings to 2020. Now, moving down the list to Trayvon Mullen. Among rookie corners that saw 50% of the maximum coverage snaps this season, Trayvon Mullen walked away, allowing the lowest passer rating with an 85.7, and also had the second fewest snaps per target. Those are better numbers than Greedy Williams and Byron Murphy, who were supposed to be the 2 best corners in the draft. So, walking away in the second round, Mike Mayock comes out here and gets probably the best corner in the draft, in my opinion. I mean, I'm a little biased, but Trayvon Mullen, working, especially now, with Ocho Cinco on his footwork in the offseason. The young kid can work hard. He has all the talent. And really, I mean, this is what we're missing. We haven't had a good corner like this since SNUBBED. We haven't had one since Charles Woodson. Trayvon Mullen could be the next great Raiders corner. Now, everyone's favorite, Maxx Crosby. 4th round pick. Eastern Michigan, right? Dude was playing middle linebacker. He was playing tight end. He finally switched over. He did this crazy body transformation. Cut down a bunch of weight through college. Made himself pretty much a late bloomer. Now, he did it on purpose because he felt like he had too much baby fat, and he really wanted to slim down. We talked about it a little bit on my podcast. I had him on in August. I plan on I'll probably have him on again this offseason, catch up with him a little bit. But obviously now, I mean, the dude went through a massive transformation. He came in the league, like I said, late bloomer. He's 255. He ended up walking away now at the end of the season. He's about a little over 275. So he gained over 20 pounds throughout his NFL career in year 1, which is absolutely massive because that's what he needs now, is just that little bit of development. Maxx Crosby has all the tools. He's an all-around player. And really, if he was not the best pass rusher, he was definitely, by far, I think, the second best all-around defensive end, right behind Nick Bosa. So, again, Mike Mayock walking away with one of the best, if not the best, defensive ends, or should I say all-around defensive players in the draft, out of the 4th round. So, how does that not count against these NFL.com PFF rookie class rankings? Now, Foster Moreau. What else can you ask out of your 5th round pick? Was he a 5th round pick, 4th round pick? One of those two, right down in there. Might have been a late 4th round. What else can you ask out of him? Who's going to be a backup tight end? He's going to play behind Darren Waller. He's going to play in a John Gruden offense that, is relied heavy on the versatility of a tight end. And Foster Moreau stepped in there and played the part perfect. Came in with clutch catches. He's able to do it all. I mean, his pass blocking was phenomenal. I mean, picking up guys even like Khalil Mack. I mean, Foster Moreau came in there and is, I think, in my opinion now, with drafting a guy like Foster, has created probably the best tight end duo in the league. And now, Hunter Renfrow. I know for sure he was a 5th round pick. And in my opinion, he was a top 5 wide receiver in this class. Obviously, he was kind of like Max, didn't really earn his role in the offense until later in the season. He also suffered injuries. But whenever Hunter Renfrow, just like, when Josh Jacobs was out, it definitely changed the flow of our offense. When Hunter Renfrow was out, our passing game was just completely different. completely different. You're out there with an injured Tyrell Williams, and you're out there with a bunch of other wide receivers that you're just new with. Darren Waller was his most reliable, and that was the only guy that the defenses had a game plan on. So obviously when they got him one-on-one stuff, we're still able to utilize Darren Waller. But really, the most trusted wide receiver in that offense was Hunter Renfrow. And we found him in the 5th round. We found a top 5 rookie wide receiver. If not, could have been better. If he would have been inserted into a starting wide receiver role from the get-go, I think the stats would obviously be there to show that Hunter Renfrow was one of the best wide receivers drafted in this class in the 5th round. NFL.com, PFF, Yahoo. And now I'm going to jump down. The final guy I want to highlight is going to be Alec Ingold. And Alec Ingold, my dude, is a pure example of the kind of guys that Mike Mayock and John Gruden want around. Undrafted, he turned into a Pro Bowl alternate, being undrafted, a fullback out of Wisconsin, a guy that is just the definition of a Gruden grinder. And here we are again in the offseason. He's just a fullback, right? Nothing special. Nobody pays attention to fullbacks, right? Well, fullbacks need some love too, and so do their trainers. So I'm going to show you some videos here, courtesy of Brian Bott at Sports Advantage. That's Advantage, Sports Advantage. This is Brian Bott, his trainer, sent me some videos. Let's check out some stuff that Alec Ingold's doing right now. So we got some jumps with light tension. We have explosion drills. I got some medicine balls. Got tension bands, working on that quick footwork. We got deadlifting. Deadlifting now. 250 pounds plus 100 pounds of tension. And my favorite, box squatting 625 pounds here. That's 425 in weight and 200 in tension bands. So obviously Brian Bott is over there putting our fullback to work now, getting him in shape for the 2020 season. Obviously he came in with completely exceeding his expectations. Probably came in a little lower than normal. He came on my podcast, talked a little bit, had a great interview. If you guys are into podcasts, make sure you subscribe to Yards Per Attempt. That's my buddy Eddie Borsili. He was on a podcast with him and really talked about how underrated he felt coming into the season. Obviously exceeded expectations, but that's not enough. So there's a few guys here that I didn't list, like Isaiah Johnson. We didn't have enough out of him. I think he only took like maybe 10 snaps or something this season. And then we had, that was pretty much all of our rookies right there. We had our guy, Quentin Bell, the final draft pick, the guy that stumped the truck at the draft, if you remember. He didn't turn into anything. He ended up getting released, I think brought onto the practice squad a couple times, and I think he's been gone. Phenomenal athlete, but maybe just not quite the NFL player that we thought he could develop into. But really, what else do I need to explain? What other NFL team has a rookie class this deep, has this much talent buried into their rookie class? So NFL.com, Yahoo, PFF, ESPN, throw those freaking rankings away. It's a bunch of crap. Just like Roto World or whatever came in and had a like before the season, like 32nd rookie class. Bunch of freaking crap. All they're doing is just covering their trails because they had us all, completely underrated. They wrote us all off. They didn't think Mike Mayock was going to be able to do his job. But guess what? Here we are. The Raiders are back. And if they didn't learn this season from their rookie season, these rookies are going to come out because I know they feel a chip on their shoulder like they've been snubbed this entire season. So they're going to come out next season. They're going to be even better. I'm not worried about their rookie class at this point anymore. I'm worried about what they're going to do for our team the rest of their careers, and it's going to be phenomenal. So if you guys like this video, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that little gray bell so you get my notifications. I'm going to be doing live streams here about once a month. More videos will be dropping. If you have any ideas for a video or anything you'd like me to talk about in my next one, drop it in the comments section. Make sure you hit that little like button on this video if you liked it, of course. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.